Real-time yields analysis, part 8, using real-time yields to derive standards for new cuts. A new cut example. A big box customer has asked for a mini brisket that they can use in further processing to create a corned beef dinner item. They want to use the brisket point 120B, but want to add an additional 2 inches of product from the 120A. The result would be 2 new subprimals that lack yield standards. To create standards for these new subprimals, we're going to carefully fab these subprimals from a day of fab and use those results to create our new standards. Steps to creating the new yield standards. Accurately define the new cut. Educate staff on the essential attributes of the new cut, explain to them exactly where those cuts need to be made as they're developing that subprimal so that everybody's consistent and it is exactly what you're looking for your new customer. And determine which staff members will be fabricating the new cut and establishing the standards. In this case, you want to use those staff members that you really are confident will be able to replicate every time exactly what you're trying to accomplish. You want to select a day when the standards will be set. And then you want to go ahead and sort carcass inside each quality grade and program by sex, type, and yield grade. This allows you to actually derive those standards in the actual process of fabrication. Sort when setting standards. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to get your carcasses set up so that obviously you always have your quality grades broken out. But you need to have like your steers, heifers, Holsteins, any other different carcass types that you have. Those need to be set. Those need to be set sequentially. As far as the carcass weight itself, that's unimportant. Those can come in whenever we want. But then in terms of yield grades, those need to be broken out. So in this case here, the 1s are sorted with the 2s, which are sorted with the 3s, and then the 4s and 5s should be beneath that, coming after those. Okay, standards calculation. So here's the data we had in the previous slide where we went ahead and set the actual sort up. The carcass IDs, the quality grades. Heifers in this case we're looking at, and yield grade 1s. The box weight, we're going to call it a 120A minus because it's not fully a 120A, and a 120B plus because it's more than traditional 120B. These are the actual box weights. So we're going to be 4 items, 4 pieces per box. So after every 2 carcasses, we're going to see that item coming. We'll see a box coming through. The box weight cumulative. So this is as we go through fab for the yield grade 1s. We're going to accumulate those pounds. Same for the 120B plus. These are the actual carcass weights for each carcass as it comes through, and the carcass cumulative weights. And then what we then do is we go ahead and we look at the actual weight per box for the sum of those 2 carcasses for those subprimals, and we compare that against the total carcass weight cumulatively, and we come up with a number which in the case of the 120A minus is 1.15% of the total carcass weight. And we'll continue to do that throughout. You can see we're pretty close in all these boxes here to being about 1.15. Actually, at the end it's about 1.14 in total. The same thing here for the 120B plus. We have running about 1.1 to 1.11% of the total carcass weight. And we will be doing this for all the different yield grades that we're going to see throughout fabrication. And it'll apply across all the quality grades or programs. We don't really care about what the quality grade of the carcass is. That's not going to affect our actual yield. It's just the yield grade and the carcass type. This results in a detailed yield grade for the new subprimal. And this same process can be used to validate existing subprimals or when a new type of carcass is introduced into fab. So let's say, for example, we have beef on dairy cattle. We can then go ahead and create the yields that would be specific to those in a similar manner. Real-time yields analysis. This is the last video in the real-time yields analysis series. For more information on real-time yields, contact NAB Analytics at 800-280-7107. Thank you for watching this video.